And welcome to Gordo's Games. It's Gordo here, bringing you some more Digimon TCG content. Today I bring you a deck profile from my Red Omnimon deck. Yes, I know I've done a deck profile for this already. This is just the updated one to what I took to a DigiBros tournament that happened this last weekend. We ended up placing 14. There was originally 35 to start with, but I think quite a few dropped out, so it ended up being 14 out of 26, I think. So I got top 16 cut. I think I got an OTS pack. Not exactly sure what that is. Somebody wants to correct me and let me know what that is in the comments, please do. Otherwise, I'll just wait to get it myself. But I do want to do a big shout out for the DigiBros. It's a good tournament, well hosted. Irony of it all is two of the matchups were against, well, my matchups were literally against the DigiBros. I played one and then I played the other. They both did not take it easy on me. But all in all, good people. Good environment, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm just going to get into the deck profile now, so stay tuned. Okay, so going into it, we'll start with the Digi eggs and all. That hasn't changed previously, so we got 4 Koromon and then 1 Yokomon. Yokomon's just there to round it out to 5. That is the Digi eggs. Koromon's literally there because you are going for a go-to mentality. So you want that. The additional buff is nice sometimes. Moving on to level 3s, we play 15. This is something I was sitting and playing around with the idea of cutting down slightly. But even with 15, I found 1 or 2 games where I was not seeing what I needed in the chain, including rookies as well. So we run a 4 of Agumon, and we run a 3 of Gearmon. Those are our 7, obviously, so those 7 there are there to give us those those DP buffs, give us an extra power for some of our smaller bodies just to get over things. And they did what they needed to do. The Gearmon comes up most of the time as well, the other one's always live. And then we play 4 of the Monodramon and 4 of the Beermon. There we go. And that's just our vanilla pack because we want to try and memory choke as well as just play these out just to go wide on the board as quick as we can. So we run 15 there. That's level 3s. Moving on to level 4s, we run 12. This is pretty much the same. I think I did go back myself with one thing. So I run 4 of the Dark Tyrannomon, 1 cost evolve. That cost curve you need it in the Omni matchups. 4 of the security attack ones. So I originally, I think I changed, I don't know if it was my last video, but I did change to go with the 2000 buff one, and I come to the realization it's not that you don't need it, it's just overkill. The most you want to be, let's say with the Phoenixmon for instance, is 16. Now obviously I'm not always going to be able to clear that with the stuff I've got because I have Koromon makes it 13 and Agumon makes it 14. I do run the SEC in here, which gives me an extra 3k buff, so I end up clearing 15 comfortably. But to be honest, as long as I'm clearing 13, so if I'm at 14, that's alright, because realistically the only thing that's going to kill me is a Gaia Force or an Omnimon. And if Omnimon's in security, 9 times 10 you're going to die to it anyway. There's not many times you're prepared to outbeat an Omni. So this just came up after 9. Some of the games it did help me rush down a lot quicker. So this card it puts in work. Don't like the 5 cost though. That's the one reason I was put towards the booster one a bit more, because it's 4 cost. But you know, we'll make do. And then we run 4 of the blocks because you always need blockers. You really do. My level 5s, now this part is going to be changed after playing it again. This is the only part that really ever does change for Red Omni. The rest of it is pretty consistent. But yeah, the level 5s we'll get into. I think I play 9 here. So I'll play a 1 of Skull Greymon. I decided last minute to put that in. The reason being is because, well, Skull Greymon is great, getting rid of blockers. But I took it out previously because I wanted to try some of the stuff like the starter deck Metal Greymon, which gives you 3 memory, more of the SEC to give you those buffs, see what I could do with the deck. But this does have a nice players, because one of the scenarios I was talking about with my friend before the tournament started was, let's say for instance your opponent Piedmons puts you on 10 or at least 7, Basically how it worked, I had one Agumon on board, they had no security, and they Piedmon, but they only brought out one Valmon, because they didn't have another one in drop. I had this in hand for a good old while, so it was literally a case of drop, Valmon's gone, Agumon swings through safely, and that's game. So circumstances like that, where you've got the leeway to drop this, like hardcast this, and remove a body, is sometimes worth it. And then if you do stay on board, to go into Phoenixmon, and then obviously to Omni, so it's another way just to turbo along. So yeah, that one's going to possibly get bumped up to 2, quite likely, and it's just a nice card. Staple in Red Omni, 4 Groundmon. You can't run less. Wish you could run more, but wait till next set 1.5. I guess we can, because I think you'll be running 4 of this or 3 of this, however you want to run it. 4 and 4 of the other one, just for the 2 costs to digivolve from. And now this is where it gets a bit thingy. So I ran 2 of Metal Tyrannomon and I ran 2 of the Metal Greymon. Now I originally had this at 3, but I came to a problem, whereas I don't attack with this card, or I don't particularly want to, because I'm not guaranteed to push through enough, because like every time I've done it so far, I've hit the first one and it's killed me, and then I'm getting 5 memory, and it's tragic. The inherent's so good, but the risk, the reward from his normal attacks isn't viable enough, I don't think. Not in this particular deck. If you run one of the things that boost him up so he can swing through, sure. So I have got another deck he's possibly going to go in. And I did have, instead I had the starter deck Metal Greymon, which gives you 3 memory if it's blocked. I decided to swap this in because I wanted to have a more threatening security. Now obviously I've got Omnimons, I've got Phoenixmons, things like that, but with the other ones like Skull Greymon and they started at Metal Greymon, they're 7Ks, and they Groundmon 6K. It's not exactly going to change the board with those kind of numbers. Obviously, yeah, I've got my level 6s and that, and the Gaia Forces, but I thought I'd just add that extra level of threat. So how this will probably work going forward is that'll become that. So 3 Metal Tyrannomon, 2 Skull Greymon, I think will be the number. But that's what I ran at this point, and I ran 9 in total for level 5s. Level 6s, just pretty standard. 4 Phoenixmon and 3 Volcanic. Obviously Volcanic just puts in so much work against purple, it's Rookie Rush. I mean, generally just in a lot of matchups, if you can take 2 things off the board and play him down, he's worthwhile. And that additional security attack +1 really just adds a bit of pressure to your opponent. It puts the timer on the game a bit more. Don't get me wrong, if you evolve into it and you get the security under it, and you have at least the SCC, this is one of the reasons I do like the SCC, as that's a 13k Volcanic for security attack +2. That's pretty scary, and it's overall good. One of the things I was considering, if I'm at 15 rookies, I was going to drop one of the rookies down and then put in another level 6. I was considering just dropping in a 1 of War Greymon, the one that stops the option cards, and obviously keeps itself on Digivolve and extra security attack. So I might try that. We'll see with some of the changes, but yeah, I only run 7 at the moment. It could be 8. I only run 3 Omnis in this variation. I'd say you don't need any more than that, but I did. The irony of it is, I had one game where the person asked at the end of the match, like, "Is that a red Omni deck, or is it a War Greymon? Is it a Greymon variation?" I was like, sadly to say, it's an Omnimon. So you can see, I didn't see the Omnis where I needed to. I think it cost me one of the games at the very end. I took the first game against a blue Omni. I don't think he saw the pieces he needed, to be honest. And then second game, it was a bit back and forth, but his Omni came out and I had no Omni to follow it up with. So yeah, it just didn't work in my favour. But yeah, so we're running 3 of Omni there, and then to finish it off pretty standard, the 4 of Gaia Force, because you can't run any less when it comes to this card. It literally will save games. It does so much. Even, I mean, I had one game. It was a bit tragic because I drew into near enough every single one of these, so I I had no threatening security whatsoever. But I had to keep hard casting them, and it just wasn't a good thing. I think it was a good green Titamon. That was it. And I gotta say that was I think DigiBros Noah, I want to say, and he absolutely ruined me. He was playing Titamon control. Lilymon, obviously, Lilymon came down. He had the Titamon on it, and I just couldn't raise anything out. Every time I rang something out, he dulled it. Something else was killing it. It's just like I couldn't get the pressure on it. And throughout the entire game, he left me on 1. I can't do anything with 1. Literally, the most I can do is dart Tyrannomon. But apart from that, I've got no real pressure play to get involved there. So that was all around tough game. But yeah, no, it was a good tournament. Big shout out, like I said, to DigiBros. Was a fun overall tournament, and yeah, I look forward to doing the next one. It is a weekly event. I will drop down the link to their Discord in the description, and also just a big shout out on my side as well. I will be hosting some tournaments, upcoming tournaments on my own server on Discord. So if you are interested, get involved. I'll leave a link down below. Just drop in the server. I'm trying to organise the best times, dates, and everybody, because obviously I appreciate this. We've got UK-based players and we've got US-based players, so I want to try and get a fair ground so that we can literally either have one big joint one, or if it comes down to it, when I get enough people from both sides, I will look to get somebody to host the US one, and I will host the UK one, vice versa, and we'll just take it from there. But it'll be good just to get some kind of I say locals, but it's like just a smaller server, a few friendly people, and just try and build up a little community from both sides of with my channel. So feel free to check it out. Let me know your thoughts. If you like the deck, if you have any opinions or anything you think worth trying, I'm open to it. I'm always looking to change the decks around. And yeah, thanks for tuning in to Gordo's Games. My name's Gordo. This is Red Omni, and I took 14th overall, so I got an OTS pack on the way. Let's see what that actually is. Catch you later.